Are we in the frame? We're on. We're live. That means people have to read my.
Chicken scratch?
Yeah.
It's not too bad. That's doable.
Oh my God. So it's been a minute.
Are you going to make your wife hold that the whole time?
Just for a little bit.
Oh, wow.
She's the camera lady.
I like it. Okay. It hasn't been a minute. It's been like 3 weeks, dude. Maybe a month.
I don't know.
Maybe a month.
It seems like it's been a minute. It's all good. Everybody's busy. My work's been crazy. Changing my schedule and my routine. And I know Kyle couldn't be a truck driver because he'd be way over his 70 hours every week.
Yeah. Yeah. You almost went over yours this week, didn't you?
I was close. I almost went over my hours on Thursday for the day for sure. I had 8 minutes left.
Wow.
I don't like cutting it that close.
That is cutting it real close,
yeah.
man.
I mean, I knew. I was watching the clock the whole way.
Yeah. So once that time goes up, like how much do you, like what's the rest time? Like how long do you have to stop for?
10 hours.
10 hours? Okay.
And it doesn't matter how much time you have left on your clock when you go off duty.
Yeah.
If I go off duty at 5 in the afternoon, I can't start till 3 the next morning.
Okay.
Like
so it's 10 hours regardless.
Yes.
So that day that you had to stop, so it was 10 hours.
Like if I get done early, if I get done at 4 in the afternoon,
yeah,
I could start as early as 2 the next morning.
Okay.
Now, it depends if I'm 30 minutes from my stop and they aren't going to be there till 5, then I can't really start then because they don't want me just sitting around waiting on the clock because I get paid by the hour.
Yeah.
So, but if I had somewhere to get and miles to drive, I'd be like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
As long as you're getting where you got to get at a time when they're going to accept your shipment.
Yes, sir.
Like a lot of guys have time windows for certain deliveries and stuff. And then some places are like, whenever you show up, we'll put you in line when we get to you.
Cool.
So,
well, I mean, I guess that's not cool.
I mean,
yes, it depends.
If there's not a big line and you want to get out there, yeah. So,
wow.
But pretty regulated. But anyhow, you asked what I want to talk about because you say, hey, let's just do a podcast. And we didn't talk about topics or anything.
No, we did not. That's okay. We're pretty good about winging it.
Well, and I heard you talking with somebody about your workout yesterday. You know, how long your workout is. And you're like, well, a couple hours. And then I heard you reiterate them. Well, it wouldn't be a couple hours, but people like to talk to me.
It's a true statement, man.
You know, he's a popular guy. He owns the place. He trains half the people here.
You know what's funny is that, like, I know you're not the only person that heard that. And after about 5 minutes after that, somebody who I truly do love that they're a member here at the gym came over and started talking to me.
I do my best to say hi, throw in 1 or 2 comments, but leave you alone.
But you're good at that. And so am I. I can come up to you and bug you for 5 seconds or so and or sit there and BS with you while you're in your set and then say, all right, cool, see you later. Because I know you're here to do something.
Yeah, and you don't, neither of us, it doesn't bother us if you start your next set.
Yeah, no.
Hey, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
You know I'm working.
Yeah. I'm not going to talk for these while I'm doing this. I'm not going to answer you until I'm done with this. And then you'll have about 30 seconds while I'm resting, and then I'm going to go right back at it.
Sorry, so I interrupted. Sorry. So anyway, you were you heard me having the conversation.
I just thought it was funny because, I mean, it happens to us sometimes too. Certain people are a little chattier than others, and that's fine. We've met some wonderful people through that process too. So, but sometimes I just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna do my set. Yeah, you keep talking if you want to, but I'm gonna keep going. So I only got so much time, and there's always other stuff to do too. Yeah. So but so rather than talk to you about it while we're here working out, I thought, we haven't talked about a topic or anything, but I got a new schedule at work, so this is my workout schedule right now.
So you had to make some changes.
I did.
Yeah.
So Friday, we do upper body Friday and Sunday.
Okay.
Upper body being chest, back, arms.
I see. Now the repeat Friday makes sense. Okay.
Yes. Gotcha. Saturday and Tuesday, we're doing legs and shoulders. But what I'm also doing, and I probably didn't put that on the list, that's kind of our normal routine for upper body, chest, back, and then we throw in arms at the end. I don't do a ton of arms because I think we do a pretty good amount of work when we're doing chest and back.
I would agree with you 100%.
You know,
like I do out of my 4-day routine, I do 2 sets of biceps, 2 sets of triceps. That's it. Or 2 exercises. Sorry, not 2 sets. Like specifically.
Twice a week?
No, 1 time a week.
1 time a week?
Yep. On Friday or whatever my shoulder arm day. And my shoulder arm day is more shoulder. It's more for my shoulders. And then I throw, after my shoulders are knocked out, then I throw in, 2 bicep moves, 2 tricep moves. Done.
Well, old school Eric was 6 or 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Whenever I could.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit less lately. It's usually been 5 days a week, but now it's 4. I'll throw in a little. When I get to my hotel, I usually do 80 to 100 push-ups and 80 to 100 crunches before I eat my dinner.
Yeah.
Just to be like, okay. And I hadn't been doing push-ups in quite a while, and I incorporated them back in, and it's kind of helping my shoulders and my core quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, good old-fashioned body weight stuff.
I should probably start to incorporate some push-ups also, man, for right shoulder stability.
It has really helped, I feel like.
Yeah.
So, especially since tearing my pec and stuff, when I started doing the push-ups, within about 3 weeks, I'm like, man, I feel like pretty much back to 100%.
Very cool. I haven't even thought about that, man.
Just it works all the little muscles.
Yeah.
It's not like you're putting more weight on the bar because you feel good. It's like, well, okay, maybe you do a few more push-ups every set, but it just clicked and makes sense.
Yeah.
So, but what I do now that I'm only getting in here 4 days a week, and I didn't list it on all of them, but like Friday we did all that, but then we threw in 4 or 5 sets on the leg press.
Cool.
Just because I'm
just curious. Like what?
I just don't feel like I'm getting enough volume in.
Okay.
Only doing the 2 leg workouts that I am.
Yeah. I
probably am, but also like to burn a few extra calories because as I was talking to you about a couple weeks ago, I like to have some peanut butter cups now and then.
You know what, dude? Sorry, I'm gonna try to keep this show on track with you today.
No, we're good.
I was thinking about this yesterday. I can't about you and you're no. Eric's always saying. I always say you can't out-train a bad diet, but Eric says
yeah, you can. It's all up here.
Which, if you look at Eric, it would say yes, you can. But I was like, you know what, dude? I bet Eric's diet isn't as bad as like he says it is. He probably just likes to eat a lot of like good stuff. And when I say good stuff, steak, eggs. I mean, I know you like your peanut butter cups and shit like that, but as much muscle as you have on you, you can have those snacks and they're gonna metabolize. Like they are. Well, you're gonna put the calories to work. So I don't think like Eric's got a bag of Reese's single peanut butter cups and he's just sitting there.
The problem is
munching on them all day.
If I had a bag of those in about 4 days, they'd be gone.
Yeah.
That's Erica.
I believe you.
If they're
how it is with Cadbury eggs at my house, like the little milk chocolate.
If they're not there, I'm okay.
Yeah.
If they're there,
they're going down.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
They got this new drink at work. It's a Nutter Butter blender shake.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried one, and I'm like, oh shit, this is going to be a problem. It is good.
Oh, you mean at like actual work, not like at like the the shops
at the coffee place.
Yeah, not like at the warehouse where you're.
No. Where I'm delivering to. Eric, you want a drink?
Yeah, give me the Nutter Butter thingamawhopper.
Nutter Butter one.
Yeah.
You want a large? Sure. I didn't even look to see how many calories it was, but it was delicious.
That's cool. What the hell were we talking? Oh, bad diet. I interrupted. Sorry.
No. Well, I do.
You were saying volumes. You're throwing in some more leg press.
Throw leg, calories, and then on leg day, I often throw in some extra arm stuff, or maybe an extra push pull. Today we did legs.
Mm-hmm.
We did all this stuff, and then we got done, and we did some biceps and some close grip chest press. Incorporate a little bit of chest and triceps on that. Because I feel like again, it's like I just need to get a little bit more.
Yeah, so I've got a guy right now that I'm doing online coaching for, and the first week of his program, he sent me a text and was like, today's upper body push. It's like, yeah. Well, you have me starting the session off with leg extensions. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, well, dude, I was like, man, so if you go ahead, if you look at everything, you're going to see that you have leg extensions on your push day. On your back day or your pull day, you're going to see that you got lying hamstring curls in there. So then you've got leg day, and then you've got your shoulder and arm day where
on
you're
his
program
see
for back
leg
on
day.
There.
Okay, if he's doing leg extensions on push day,
yeah,
and hamstring curls on pull day, on leg day, is he doing those as well? Or is
no,
he doing
it's all compound movements. That's why I got the isolated.
And that's kind of what
muscle
I have
group
done
movement on those days. Kind
today,
of by themselves.
We did all those. If you notice, there are no leg extensions or leg curls.
Yeah.
Now here we'll do V squats and a few sleds, and then we'll do leg extensions, leg curls.
Yeah.
We won't do deads.
Yeah.
And our V squats on Tuesday won't be as heavy as they were today.
That's kind of what
more volume. And I really don't. You could do calves every day if you wanted to, and you could do shrugs every day if you wanted to, for a good majority of people, in my opinion, if you want to. Like they're dense muscles.
Yeah.
You can train them as much as you want. And then, like on Tuesday, we'll do that leg stuff, and then we'll throw in, when I put press and pull here, it's some sort of chest and some sort of back movement. Because why? Because I've had Monday, I've had a day off, and then I'm going to have Wednesday and Thursday off before I'm back on Friday. So Friday's usually after the long work week, but it's usually one of my better workouts because I know
you're rested because you've been gone.
I haven't had 2 workouts.
Yeah, and it looks like this is also your longest one.
It is. Well, especially now.
That's fine. I agree with that. You've been off all week. It's like, okay, you've got push-pull, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so you got 2 big muscle groups that you're trying to work in that, and kind of falls in with the conversation I was having with Brian, the guy that was asking me about how long my workouts take. And I was like, well, dude, look, I'm only working out 4 days a week. So, yeah, they take a little bit to get everything in and the amount of sets that I need to get in. So
we do about 5 sets of every exercise.
Yeah.
Typically. Sometimes 4, sometimes 6 or 7.
Excuse me. Pardon me.
Having added these couple extra things in at the end. Oh, you can tell just by Erica's face. She's like, what are we doing? I'm like, oh, just a little extra.
How long is your workouts taking you?
We're usually less than an hour and a half.
That's really good. I mean, y'all are trekking along, dude.
Unless we end up in one of those conversations that I have a hard time breaking away from.
Yeah.
Pardon my language, I don't come here to F around.
Yeah.
I'm here for a purpose. I love it, but I don't need to be at the gym for 3 hours.
I know, dude. I really do. That's one of the hard things about being the owner of the gym. And like people
and training here. It's got to be.
They want to BS and talk, and it's cool because I consider damn near everyone in here like a friend. So, and I'm not the kind of guy that like is gonna just blatantly ignore you. I have sometimes I have told Big Bill, who was here earlier, because Bill likes to BS too.
Yeah.
And I've been like, dude, look, man, I'm sorry.
I got to get this in.
I'm on a very tight schedule today, dude. I have this amount of time to get this in. I got to work. Sorry, bro. So.
Yeah, no, and for some folks, the health benefits coming to the gym are great, but so is some folks really like the social aspect of it.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, I haven't socialized at a gym as much as I have here ever.
Yeah.
Before I met Erica, I trained solo for years. I was the guy that walked in the gym, baseball hat, headphones. I'd nod. That was it. I didn't talk to anybody usually. So I was always on a mission. Go in, get my shit done, and leave.
I need to have a shirt made. No, I'm serious. Damn, maybe I should talk to you about that.
About this.
Here to work. Don't talk. I don't know, dude. Something that's funny, but also smart-assish.
Dude, I've got
my headphones are in. Don't talk to me.
I got one along those lines. What's the let's talk more work?
Yeah.
Life, gym, blah blah blah, like every in every aspect. Like,
Yeah,
let's
but
talk.
man, that kind of sounds like more of a conversation starter. Hey, I like your shirt. Not,
it can
be. You know what I mean? Not a, oh, his shirt says, I'm working out, leave me the fuck alone.
We can do that.
That's what it needs to say. I'm working out. Leave me alone.
Yep. That's funny. Oh, yeah. Like in safety yellow with black print.
Yes. Something that stands out.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Big, bold print. Simple and to the point. Oh, dude, you know I'm going to do that.
Make me one if you do.
Double X. No, I'm going to make one for you.
Cool. Double X, my friend.
I may only make the one, but I'll make it for you.
Cool.
We'll have to go to the shirt store and find a bright. Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's new? What else?
Nothing, dude. This is very, I'm going to say thorough. Like, as far as the routine itself. You thought it out. It's good. That's it.
I mean, you know what?
It honestly looks very similar to mine, dude.
I have done something very similar to this. Okay, since the knee, I do the V squat.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done traditional squats.
Yeah.
I did a few shortly after. I don't want to mess it up.
I don't blame you, dude.
That's been working fine.
I do traditionals, but I don't have a knee replacement.
Yeah.
So,
but
and I love the V squat machine. I really do.
And my deads, I've been doing on the machine in there.
Yeah.
It just makes life simple.
God, dude, it's hard, man. On that machine, they're a pain in the butt. Like in a good
really
way. It's
makes
hard, dude.
you focus on your hamstring and the insertion on your glutes.
Yep.
If you're doing it right. Like today, I was like, oh man.
If you're not lined up properly, man, and it like your balance and your lineup has to be.
You got to know where your feet go.
Yeah.
And where you're holding the handles.
Yeah.
But if you do that, I think from a muscle building, bodybuilding aspect, it's probably almost better than doing traditional deads.
It could be.
Because it's easier to slow down and really work it.
Yeah.
Or I also like doing, if I'm not going super heavy, I really like exploding on the way up.
And
going down really slow, getting the stretch.
Yep.
So have I changed up my methods of certain exercises? Yes, but I have done this for 30 plus years.
What about
I mean, every once in a while I'm like, okay, I'm tired of doing this. I'm going to try this other machine like it's always been.
How are you feeling about just the 4-day workouts? Because I know that you struggle with that sometimes because you want to do more.
Yeah, no, I don't love it, but work has gotten pretty busy for me, so it keeps me busy enough.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing South Texas, Lafayette, New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hot and it's 95% humidity. So after I do a few deliveries down there, I get to the end of the day and I'm like, I'm kind of tired.
Yeah.
But I got back here yesterday. Eric's like, oh, it's hot. I'm like, no, it's not. It's freaking nice. The humidity's
What part of South Texas are you going through?
I'm down by Galveston.
Yeah.
League City, Texas City.
Yeah.
This is where a couple of my stores are that I deliver to. And then
down by the coast.
In Beaumont.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you get down there this time of year, you open the truck door from the drive down there in the AC, and it's like you can chew on the air. It's so thick and so humid.
Yep.
Like, I literally, last night we went out, and I'm like, I could wear jeans. It's 90 degrees, but it just, there's a little breeze. I'm like, oh. She's like, you do whatever you want. I'm still going to complain about it. I'm like, well, I'll take you down to Lafayette for the weekend.
Many years down in like McAllen and Rio Grande City and Harlingen. So
yeah, you know what it's like. It's different down there.
It sucks, dude.
It's horrible.
It sucks. Unless it's like
if you
December, January, and February, where the highs are like 75 and the lows are 40. No. Other than that, I'll
now
pass.
My new Monday run, Tuesday, is up to Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about that, I'm from the Midwest where winters get cold. Well, I tell you what, man, there are days in the fall and the winter where it'll be 50 degrees when I leave here in the morning, and I'll get to OKC and it's 32 degrees and the wind's blowing 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And it's way drier up there.
Yeah.
So it feels cold when the wind's blowing. It's 30 degrees up there.
Yeah.
Not as cold as Michigan when it's 20, but still, it's a big.
It's a big difference.
Oh man, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it all this year. I'll get the snow and the ice and the cold up there and the 90% humidity and 109 degrees down there in Houston and Beaumont. So, but yeah, it was kind of nice to be like, oh, because it gets hot. It's hot as hell here.
Yeah,
too.
dude.
I'm not belittling that at all.
No, it's the humidity that gets me around here. Down south, it's the humidity and just the blazing hot heat.
It's
both.
just it's
combo,
both,
man.
and it's more humidity down there, being close to the Gulf, and oh man.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I'm like, I'm not gonna bitch about the heat here.
Yeah.
At all. I might bitch about it down there.
Down there, you have every right to, my friend. Jeez. It's miserable down there.
Well,
dude.
and I'll probably lose
Excuse
10,
me. Jeez,
12,
man.
15 pounds this summer just because.
Freaking sweating, dude.
And you when it's that hot, I don't feel like eating.
Yeah.
I'll eat my breakfast and I'll force myself to have a snack, but I won't eat till dinner.
Yeah.
Till I'm cooled off. So it's really hard to consume the calories when it's like that. So there's going to be 3 days a week where I will eat substantially less, and I like to eat. I went to Olive Garden last night, and I always get the same thing: the tour of Italy, big old giant plate. And
I was going to ask what you get, but you answered that.
Had 4 or 5 breadsticks and some salad, mostly breadsticks.
Yeah.
Had a bottle of wine. We did it up.
Dang, dude! Nice. What was the occasion?
Friday.
Yeah.
Well, Friday, and I've been a little off the last couple of weeks just with the new schedule. And I told her, I said, I'm feeling okay. I got this.
Yeah.
New norm.
Very cool.
Let's go out to dinner. So
we'll see what my daughter's with a friend right now. I was actually talking to Amy, the client I just finished up with. I was thinking about going and getting some like real nice steaks to throw on the grill.
There you go.
But I was like, if it's just tripping myself, dude, like Olive Garden's our go-to. So I was like, maybe I'll take him out to eat.
There you go.
Go sit at Olive Garden, smash it, dude. Tour of Italy sounds pretty dang good, Eric.
Man, it helps get your calories. All that pasta.
Yeah, it does, man. Told you we did Cotton Patch last week.
You mentioned that.
I had a day where I was like really busy, and Meg was like, "You want to eat something?" I was like, "Yeah, whatever it is. I need something high on calories." She's like, "How about Cotton Patch?" I was like, "Yeah, chicken fried steak, double mash,
yeah,
double mash, and extra side of macaroni and cheese, man." So that was good.
Kyle's bulking, and you're looking massive, dude. Your arms are freaking huge now too.
Well, thanks, dude. You saying I look little the rest of the year or what, man?
No, you're always Mr. Cut and shredded most of the year.
243 is the official weight. I was 250 last week, but man, I think I hit that too fast, too hard.
You know, I kind of might have told Erica, I'm like, man, Kyle's put on a bunch pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just like I'd slowed down for a little bit on. I was maintaining for a while, which I told you that. Man, the first. Well, I mean, the bulk's been going on since September. So, I mean, you got to think about it. Since last competition, gone from 206 to 243.
But you were up to 250.
I was at I've been at 235 for a while. Like, that was I got it to 235, like really hitting it, and then kind of went up to close to 240. And I was like, all right, I'm going to chill for 2 months, drop down to maintenance. And so then I hovering around the 235. That was easy. And I did that for 2 months. And I was like, okay, here's round 2. The plan by the end of the summer was to be at 245, which I've already there. Yeah, I'm there. That's, so when I started hitting it hard and eating again, the 250 came real fast. I was bloated, So I was like, all right, I'm going to dial back a little bit, get to the 243, 245 range, and then slowly, maybe by the end of summer, try to get up to 250. So we'll see. I like the way I feel and look right now.
When you get to, are you going to get to a point where you want to get to, and then are you going to cut again?
Yes. After summer, I will go for like another probably minor 8-week, like more maintenance phase where I am hovering around like this, the 245 at that point, I'm hoping is the maintenance. And then I will hit it hard again around November and December, just because it's the holidays at that point.
That's a good time to do it.
So I will be able to like get easy calories, consume them. They're probably not going to be the healthiest and the best, but that's how I'll finish up the year. And see if we get
a good time to do that.
Yeah, finish up the year around 260, and then January. That's okay. That's the new year. That's the time to start prepping for a show again. So January of 2026 will be like, okay, let me pick my show, backtrack, and then whatever time start my 20-week cut. But come January, like let's say I'm thinking about doing the same show that I did last year, the Heart of Texas. I really liked it. I know the promoters. It was a well-ran show. So if that's in September, like official 20-week cut, competition prep would start in like March. So January, February, I'll just like maintain after the holidays. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then start hitting that hard contest prep at whatever day that falls on.
20 weeks of hell.
Yeah. It gets worse as it goes along. The first 4 or 5 weeks is like normal because you're still eating like 3,500 calories a day, and you're like, oh, this is a piece of cake, and then, then as the bigger that deficit gets and the cardio increases, then it's like, do I really want to do this?
That's because Kyle is my brother, because he loves cardio just about as much as I do.
Yeah. 20 weeks out of the year, sure. I know that's bad. Cardio is good for you, man, but
well, cardio is good.
Not a priority.
You know what? That's another. Erica almost always wears her watch, and I don't. At first, she didn't believe me, but I'm like, we work out at the right pace. Your heart rate's going to be in the cardio range while we're working out. And yeah, you got in between sets, it dips down a little bit, but
yeah.
She's like, yeah, my heart rate was like 140. I'm like, yeah, come on, let's go.
Keep it up.
Keep going.
Yep.
I mean, you see me, I have to bring a towel because I'm just freaking drenched all the time once I get going. Usually 3 or 4 sets in.
Yeah.
I'm like, heart rate's up, but we do all this, and there's days when we get it all in an hour.
Yeah.
And it's at that point, it's kind of like cardio.
Dude, I agree. Again, goes back to if the gym is empty during the right time of day,
you can blast it out.
Dude, I can blast it out in like maybe hour and 20 minutes. And I'm grooving. There's no distractions. No one's
from this to this
bugging
to
me.
This to this.
Yeah. And I'm just in the zone, going. And you're right, dude. It can be done.
Well, and if you look at this, if we
except
really
for leg day.
Yeah, leg day's a different.
Leg day's a different animal.
It is.
That for me. That's a 2-hour day. Even when I am running and gunning, just with recovery time and everything. So
if there aren't too many people in here and the machines are available.
Yeah.
And we haven't been doing it lately because we just work hard enough at it anyhow that our heart rates are up. But superset.
Yeah.
We can do that whole workout doing supersets in 40 minutes. Now when we're doing that, we aren't pushing and pulling quite as much weight.
Yeah. Oh,
and Erica really hates it when we do that. She's got that look, and she can't not have it when she gets angry. And I'm like, every once in a while, I'm like, let's do that today. I want to see that look.
You get the look, huh?
I get the look. Don't I? Yeah, it's not that look.
Yeah, you like light up like a kid on Christmas morning when you're thinking about her giving you the mean look.
I love her dearly, but if you can't push her buttons a little bit by doing simple stuff like that at the gym, or I'll tell her we're gonna do something extra today.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? You'll find out when we get to it. Oh, she hates that too, not knowing what we're gonna do.
That's funny.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Y'all were meant to be, man.
Love you, dear.
Y'all were meant to push each other's buttons. I'm sure she's just as good at doing it to you as you are her.
She is. So, anyhow, that was it. I just thought I'd throw this out there and we talk about it. And I love that you brought up the cannot train a bad diet, and you know what? I won't totally disagree with you on that. Back to that.
Yeah.
But yeah. If you're not eating any protein and you're eating all your carbs are all sweets and you're just totally blowing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I can out train a
peanut butter cup.
Yeah, I can out train some extra calories.
Yeah,
no
most people should
problem.
be able to.
I mean, if you're working hard, that's throwing 2 more sets of this, 2 more sets of that, 2 more sets of that, and that peanut butter cup's gone.
You're right.
Doing my psycho math.
And then, but there's people that think they come in here and work hard, and they really do not. Like my brother. I'm sorry, Nick. I don't think you're gonna watch this, but if you did, I love that dude to death, man.
Yeah, and you can tell. I mean, it's better than doing nothing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I saw in this part of me, I wasn't going to bring this up, but I am now since you brought that up. And it was one of the guys I follow when I was scrolling on Instagram, one of the fitness people. You know what? And I think he's spot on, absolutely right. If you're fat, you're making a choice to be that way.
It's harsh, but it's true, dude.
I mean, and I don't care. When I say I don't care, if that's what you want to do,
yeah, you're not. It doesn't affect you in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
You're not judging anybody, but I mean, you're right, dude. I mean,
people make choices for whatever reason, and that's okay. Our choices are just different.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in a lot of cases, if you also notice, birds of the same feather tend to flock together.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of interesting how that works. And I also firmly believe in that, if you're in shape and you walk into a room, people notice, that person's got some discipline. They take care of themselves. Like, they might not be a nuclear scientist, but they got their shit together.
We have a new member, young man, signed up about probably close to a month ago now. When he walked in, and he's not like out of shape or anything at all, dude. Needs a little bit of work. He's been coming in on his own. He's tried out a couple of Chris's group classes. But I asked him, I was like, "What do you just want a membership, or do you want to train?" And he's like, "No." He said, "I want to train, dude." He said, "I'm in sales, and I need to look like I need to be able to present myself.
I need to be presentable."
Yeah. I was like, dude,
that's cool.
And I told him, I said, "Man, look, you're not out of shape anyways, but that is awesome. I commend you on that. You're absolutely right. I mean, you're presenting yourself.
It can't hurt anything.
You're selling a product.
Yeah, that's awesome.
The way you represent yourself is how people are going to read you, man." So I thought it was cool that he said that, dude.
And we don't talk about this very much, but you mentioned you've done a couple of Chris's classes. Man, some of those people in Chris's classes have made huge strides.
Mm-hmm.
I got to give Chris some props. And obviously the people are putting in the work.
Yeah.
But they're working well together.
Chris's class is tough, dude. Like, if you ever really sit there and watch it, dude.
I joke when I'm walking out. I'm like, if we're leaving when they're getting started, I'm like, "Oh, Chris's prisoners are here. I'm leaving."
Yeah.
It's like prison camp.
He's good at what he does, man.
I think he is for sure. And then the stuff he does with some of the kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's really good at that too.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Or just talking to members, he's a good dude. And I have enjoyed seeing like some of the people in his class who've over the time that we've been here, or the time that they started doing that class in the last year.
Yeah.
Have made pretty massive transformations. A few of them.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's awesome.
Yep. Well, what are y'all doing tonight? You ate Olive Garden last night. You already mowed today.
Mowed, washed a couple cars, been to the grocery store. We're grilling some pork chops tonight.
That sounds good.
With what do we have with those? Air fryer potatoes.
Nice. Like dicing up your own potatoes and putting them in the air fryer?
Yeah, little olive oil, some seasoning, throw them in the air fryer. Oh, they're freaking awesome.
What else you got, dude?
That's all I got.
That was good. I mean, it was a good conversation.
It's been an hour almost.
Yeah, I know. It was really good.
It always goes pretty quick.
It goes fast.
Well, and I thought we'd keep it kind of real with this is shit we really do.
Mm-hmm.
We're always talking about it. We kind of look the part. So
you're not going to see me in here doing anything like fancy or claiming to.
You're not doing hip thrusts?
No, we got plenty of my women clients doing it. But I'll stick with squats.
Okay, I'm gonna bring that up. We're gonna throw Erica under the bus.
Okay.
When I met Erica, 11 years ago, 12 years ago, when I met her, we both were at a different point in life, kind of stressed out with our situations, but getting our shit together. I mean, I probably weighed 210, 215 at the time.
Wow, I was little, dude.
I was little. For me, I was like, people that hadn't seen me in a while saw me and they were like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah,
you know,
dying,
like,
Eric.
You cancer. and she was kind of the same way. But and I told her, I said, you had them nice long legs and da 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 da. And she told me she did yoga. But I told her, I said, when you turned around, you could have been a plumber. She had no butt.
Yeah. So, are we going somewhere with this?
So she tells me after we're dating a while, and she's like, I'm gonna start working out with you. I was like, all right. First thing we're gonna do is squats. Well, now she has a butt. I helped build the butt. She didn't know that's what I was doing at first. But we don't do any hip thrusts.
Okay, that was my question.
Squats.
When is the freaking hip thrust coming into this conversation that you brought up?
Something came up, but we asked about it a while back at the gym about that, and you're like, no, I don't need to do hip thrust. Can it help for certain things? Sure, but I'm a firm believer in squat and squat more and squat heavier.
Yeah, give me some squats
and some deadlifts.
Give me some deadlifts. Give me some Romanian deadlifts. Give me some Bulgarian split squats, and you're gonna grow your butt.
Yep.
And now outside of like the hip thrust, so I put hip thrusts in for a lot of the ladies because they don't like Meg. She's not comfortable doing doing barbell squats. One of my other clients, she's uncomfortable with squats because she's afraid that she's gonna mess up her neck or her back. So the hip thrust can be a good
tool
alternative.
Yep.
In addition, with the Romanians, the Bulgarian split squats that I make them do,
the reverse hypers
will
kill it too. If
you do it right.
Concentrate. Yeah.
Freaking A. Yep.
I do some of those.
Cool.
But I do that concentrating on the hamstring tying in.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna walk in here one day on a Sunday. You're gonna be doing hip thrust.
Only if somebody's paying me. If somebody's paying me.
What else you got, buddy?
That's it. I just had to throw that out there. It's my smart ass brought
that
up.
No, that's good. So. And you're right. This is very realistic. So if you're starting out your journey, or even if you're not, again, you don't have to be in the gym 5-6 days a week. You commented on how much size I've put on here lately. Dude, this is the first time ever that I have stuck with a 4-day-a-week training routine and have used the other 3 days for recovery.
You haven't had anything in?
No. And I have put on more size. I was 250 once. Like, I've been 250. It was horrible. I was like 25% body fat. That was just not good.
Yeah.
So I'm at 243, about 10.5 on my body fat right now, according to the InBody. About 128 pounds of lean muscle. So like, this is the heaviest, biggest, most like in this state, most conditioned I've ever been in. And I think that the 4 days a week, killing it, and then having 3 days of recovery has really helped with that. So now it doesn't mean that when I start prepping in January that the freaking, I will train 5-6 days a week. Because then at that point it's conditioning and burning calories.
It's a different animal then.
Yeah, bringing everything out. So
yeah, you're not bulking then.
Yeah,
it's a whole different
exactly. Animal. So this is realistic. You don't have to be in the gym 5 days a week to see progress. You can, but you can see progress on 4 days a week.
You just got to make it work.
Yeah.
And the only other thing I'll touch on before we wrap it up is you got to work. Like, if you're going through the motions and that's
bring the intensity,
then
push yourself.
We get it on vacation. People are like, bro, do you own a gym or do you, and I get a kick out of it, but I'm like, No, I don't own a gym. I said I'm pretty good friends with the gym owner where we go to the gym.
Yeah.
I have some equipment at home, but people, guys at the truck stop, bro, how do you do it?
Work.
I'm telling them, I said you got to lift heavy things over and over and over,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to sweat, and it's got to hurt, like to some degree.
Yeah.
And I don't
if
think
you're comfortable, you're not doing it right.
You're not working hard enough.
Yeah.
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 So
you got to be uncomfortable. You gotta push your body past the point of what you think is comfortable. Because if you're not, then you're not doing it. But you're not going to get the results you want.
Right.
We've had that conversation several times.
Yep.
And it's true. Stands true today as it did the last podcast we had.
My motto: work your ass off.
Yep. It's a good one to live by, bud.
And nothing beats hard work.
Yeah.
Not in my world. So cool.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Make me a shirt.
I will, for sure.
Bye, y'all.